Today, I enter the red zone for the first time, and in Albion Online, that's not just a milestone, it's a rite of passage. See, one of the greatest things about Albion is the freedom. No quests, no rails, no hand-holding. Just a brutal, beautiful sandbox and a world waiting to be explored. And people always tell me, do X, it's faster, don't bother with Y, it's inefficient, but I don't really care. I'm not here to end my story quickly. I'm here to experience everything Albion has to offer. So today, I put on my big boy hat, pack my gear, and I am walking willingly into danger, into the red zone. Also, thank you truly for all the support so far. The comments, the community, the vibes, it's been awesome. On that note, I've set up a Discord if you want to hang out. The link is in the description. And yes, I've also started streaming on Twitch too. The link's in there as well. Alright, let's get into the story. Alright, so the first thing is I need to get my house in order. So what I've decided is I'm gonna start trying to make my first batch of potions, because my overall goal is to be completely self-sustainable. So I want farms to grow my food, I want to be able to make my own potions, I want to be able to make my own gear. So with that, I put down a herb garden, and I also put down the alchemist. So now I can grow the herbs to then feed to the alchemist to make my potions. The problem is I have enough stone and wood to make my herb garden, but now I don't have enough stone to make the alchemist, so that becomes my first mission. This is good though, because while I'm out here collecting the stone that I need, I can also just stock up on the low tier resources, which it's always good to have a big supply of them, because you always forget to kind of get them. So I get back, I break down the stone, I head over to my house, and then I finally build my little alchemist shop. Plant the old mushrooms, and now I just have to wait to make my potions. And then I find out, much to my pleasant surprise, that I can actually level up my lumberjack to tier 4. I pick up the lumberjack trophy book, and then I'm off to the Lymhurst forests to get myself some lumber. So I always thought these things were only available for one person, like only one person could get the treasure. So I'd always, like when I was on my bow, shoot at them from a distance to stop them from getting the treasure so I could. Then I found out, I'm gonna try to get him to attack me. Are these guys just gonna let me live? If this guy gets that, do I not get it? Wow, they just... I see. Well, egg on my face then. So this whole time I've been shooting people, they've just been like, the son of a bitch. So anyway, I started working towards helping them this time. Oh, wow. And I finish up my tree chopping and hand my lumberjack the box so I can go get his trophy. So then I go into the mists and a treasure chest pops up, and I know that I've chosen the battle axe. So I'm like, it's time to be brave. I'm gonna go fight for that treasure chest, and no matter who is there, I will fight them. Oh, there's someone there. There's someone there. There he is. 28 seconds, and it's on, big boy. You keep fighting them. You keep fighting them. Yeah, keep fighting them. Yeah, get a little lower on health, big guy. No, surely not. There is no way. No, there's no way I'm just gonna take it.
See, just confidence. I just walked in there like I owned it. Get off my chest.
So the next day I wake up, collect all my mushrooms, and then like an eager beaver, take them over to the alchemist, and I make my first set of potions.
Yes, yes.
Alright, my labourer comes back with his trophy, so I put it down in the house, so his happiness level should be as high as they're gonna be, and then I get his next journal, so it's back out to chopping wood, and I just decide I'm just gonna do a big ass resource gathering run, and so that's what I do. I even go out old Bridgewatch way into the desert to collect some more leather and also to pick a little bit of flowers and a little bit of ore. I realise that you're all in awe of my resource collecting abilities, but that's okay, we can't all just be this good. I finally get my animals skinning up to expert level, so now I can make and use an expert axe for wood and an expert knife for skinning. But anyway, I come back and I hand in my book to my lumberjack and my other book for my mercenary, and then they go and collect them. I do a little bit of house redecorating, which I think is starting to come together. Definitely got a bow theme going on. So I don't know if that is like fate trying to tell me something. It's time to make those expert axe and skinning knife. So you know the drill. I make a whole bunch of them and then I study them in little lots, and because you've got to do it 10 times, and I use some of my learning points, so I get that up and then I get it to expert level so I can actually make the expert axe, and then I make the expert axe, and then I repeat the same process for the skinning knife. So now I have the expert axe and the expert skinning knife, and I can use them, so now I can get higher tier resources, which is awesome because I can potentially wear T6 armor. And then, because I've collected all those resources, there was a reason I collected all those resources so I could make some spare sets to go into the red zones. So I make myself 3 battle axes, I make myself 3 sets of armor, I even make myself 3 sets of bags and capes, and now I am fully ready to enter in to the red zone. For anyone who's interested, I am running a Hunter's Hood for the Retaliate, I am running the Mercenary Jacket for the heal, and I'm running Hunter Boots because I want the speed boost with the cooldown reduction, and that's what I am running. And I'm running a tier 5 Battle Axe. So I'm all set to go to the red zone with my gear. Or am I? I did a poll as to what weapon I should use, and you all voted for Battle Axe. And so I said, whatever you choose, I will main from now on. That is it, locked in. I respect my viewers. Whatever you vote for, I will play. And you voted Battle Axe. Well, I guess there's a lesson to be learned here. If you trust me, you'll only be disappointed. And so I've decided to play bow because the cowardice is very strong in me. And so I've decided to focus on the bow for now. So right now, I can't even make bows in adept. So I'm leveling it up from journeyman to adept. I want to make my assassin's jacket, but I don't have enough mats to be able to do it. So I have to make myself an adept jacket to get me by. So I need to go out again, and I need to get the mats to make my bow, my tier 5 bow, and to make my tier 5 assassin jacket. So we're back out. Alright, I get out there, I chop down some more trees, I collect some more leather, I refine those resources, and then I replaced my mercenary jacket that I had with a tier 5 assassin jacket. So instead of having the heal, now I've got invisibility. So I make 3 sets of the assassin jackets, then I make a whole bunch of bows, I study those bows, and then I can make my tier 5 bows. My only problem is I can't actually use them right now because I haven't used bow enough, so I need to get out there and start killing some monsters. Now, the ultimate goal was to use the baton bow, so much to my delight, the expert carved bone is actually only 30k, so at tier 5, the baton bow is not too expensive to make. But I'm going to be using that one for PvE, and then I make 3 war bows for the red zones, and now I really am ready to go. I also need to do some house renovating. I fire my current labourer, which was a lumberjack and a mercenary, because what I want to do is I want to have like a full flow through system. So what I do is I put down a gamekeeper. Now the gamekeeper is going to be the person where I go and collect the leather and I fill up the books. And then I get a fletcher, I hire a fletcher, which is basically when I make my leather outfits, I fill up the next book. So that way I collect the leather, then I use the leather to make the armor, and it just like flows through from one labourer to the other, filling up the books in the perfect system. So of course, the final cog in the wheel is I have to build my skinner. And so I do that, so now I have my first little mini leather supply chain. And so I already have the mats in the other buildings, so I'm able to upgrade that really quickly to an adept tanner, and then we're ready to go. I know this is naughty and you shouldn't really spend your learning points to level up your weapon, but I just really want to get onto that T5 bow so I can get going. So I level it up, and now, my friends, I'm able to wear my T5 bow. How freaking nice is the baton bow's skill for wiping out mobs nice and quickly? I absolutely love it. And then it was time. The red zone. I'd removed all expensive items from my bags. I'd bought a cheap horse. I wasn't going to risk Paul's McCartney for anything. And my plan was just to gather in the red zone. And if a fight came to me, it came to me. Otherwise, I'd leave with a full bag of loot. Ladies and gentlemen, you are now witnessing my first collection of a tier 6 resource. Not just not wood, any resource. Hey, how about that? And then as I was collecting, I got my rewards from the Adventurers Challenge, and I got my Panther. And it's all I could think about. All I needed was one excuse to leave so I could get on that damn Panther. It's not you, Lemon. Okay, say it, everybody. Say hello to Nev. Here you are, buddy. I called him Nev because one of my people on Twitch, by the way, links in the description, he donated some subs to me, which I thought was very kind. So to thank him, I decided to call my Panther Nev after him. Actually feels kind of cool riding him. I don't know how to put it, but he actually feels light on his feet. Are those guys fighting? Oh yeah, they are too. Excuse me, don't let me ruin your fights. Excuse me, sir. I'd already dropped off my first bag of loot from the red zone, so it's back to collecting and gathering. My confidence was getting higher. Oh shit, here we go, here we go. Oh no, here we go. Well, that's my first. So with that, I got away, and I thought I would ask some people from my Twitch team if they'd like to come and group up, and let's just see what it's like to run around and gank like those guys did. Now, I just have to say, I'm usually going to be playing solo, not really into the whole 5v1 stuff, but I thought I'd at least give it a try. Right, you guys send me a group invite. I'll send you guys a group invite. And with one of my teammates arriving, it was time to ride off and find some PvP, and nothing was going to get in my way.
Get some wood, gang. Let's go. We'll PvP after I've collected all 30 logs. There's a lot of money in this tree. As long as I can outrun Dwelling, I'm okay, you know? Alright, Dwelling, let's go, buddy. Dwelling! No! Not with all these trees. Oh, sweet.
Do you see why I went back to bow, guys? Do you see why I went back to bow? Alright, after dropping my loot off for a second time, then it was truly time to hunt. And as this wolf pack of owls comes hurtling through the doors, ready to kill.
Oh, hello. Well, I just want to like... Whoa! Oh well. And that's our fun for the group, because now I'm dead.
That's alright. I have 2 more sets. We'll use 1 more.
Hey! 99 to go, baby!
Oh, that just feels so wrong. I made a deal that if once I get my first 100 kills, I can finally pick my own armor from the shop. But yeah, that just feels wrong. The whole outnumber, I want to be the outnumbered one. It feels really wrong when there's 3 of us attacking 1 person. Watching that back's made me a little sad on the inside, in my old soul. But Yan, if you're out there, I'm sorry. Nothing much really else happened. We searched around all the red zones and we didn't really fight any more fights, but I must admit I think hunting for kills, especially in a group, doesn't seem like super fun to me, at least in the red zones, because I feel like usually if you get into a fight, you're just going to be like in this case, a 3v1. I mean, I guess we had that group fight, that was kind of cool, but yeah, I'd rather be outnumbered, and I just feel like it's more fun for me going into the red zone and gathering, and then having the fights just come to me rather than trying to find them. But I think that might change like in black zones potentially, or like in other places where you're more likely to find bigger groups and the numbers are more likely to be even. But with that, we wrapped up our red zone hunt, and I went back and dropped off my loot.
What the hell is that? Is that the high? I've never seen that tree before. Is that the next level up? She's definitely calling her friends. Be careful, friends. No!
I see it now. I went to use my frost shot. It must have got silenced. But that's okay, because these nice people eventually give me a res.
Oh yeah, thanks, friend. Aww. Ah.
Looking at this video just makes me want to cry. If I just kept running, I would have bloody run into our base. But for some reason, I decided to turn left. So to finish off the night, I made myself a fishing rod. I grabbed Nev, and I headed on down to a blue zone and did a little spot of fishing. I actually really got into it. I found it very, very relaxing, and I got to talk to the stream, so that was kind of cool. And so I actually ended up getting to making my blue fishing rod, and then going up and fishing in the yellow zone. And other than this guy,
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah. So I've drawn some conclusions about PvP from my experience today. Firstly, we had a fight where we're running around trying to gank people 5v1. Then I come out and there's like, I don't know, 10 to 15 people just taking on 1 or 2 people and trying to res them and kill them again. And then I have a guy that's got 1,000 million IP difference over me coming and fighting me in a yellow zone. So I'm starting to realize it is actually very rare to find a even fight. Now, I know most of you are going to laugh at that and be like, oh, what a noob, he's finally learning this lesson. But what I'm trying to bring that up for is that maybe I'm braver than I thought, because I quite like to have fights. I don't want to fight when the opponents are weaker than me. I want to fight when the opponent's stronger than me and then climb that mountain and win. So I'm actually thinking maybe I am more battle axe than I thought. Maybe I'm braver than I thought. Maybe I do have that warrior spirit. So I want you guys to comment again in the comments and tell me if I need to go back to battle axe. And if you do, I will. I will see you next episode.